you know I got to have a little fun, man. I got to talk about the guys. We got a new Steelers Hall of Honor class of 2025. And a class that, to me, oh, man, this is a little different because these are like my guys. These are my guys right here, man. Oh, super excited. But obviously, we know the big three that did get inducted into the Steelers Hall of Honor 2025 class this year. Joey Porter Sr., linebacker, 5'5". Oh, man, that's the guy. That's the guy. You already know what time he's on. My dog, man, Maurkice Pouncey, man. We know Fitty Trey. You know what he gonna do. The Goons. Leader of all the Goons. And then, of course, man, the captain. I'm talking Mr. 7, Big Ben, Mr. Jet. You know what I'm talking about, man. When we talk about Big Ben, baby. Ben Roethlisberger also getting into this thing as well. Steelers Hall of Honor. But, man, all three of those dudes, man. All three of those dudes, like I said, hold a place in my heart, man. I can go down the list, man. Obviously, when I think Joey Porter, I mean, we know, and I'm not going to bore you guys with all their individual accolades, right? The All-Pros, the franchise records, the 98 career sacks, the first center in NFL history to be Pro Bowler his first 2 years out the gate, right? We ain't got to get into all that, right? Or, hey, man, this guy is fourth all the time on fourth quarter comebacks or in wins, or this dude is, man, you know, in terms of passing yards, touchdowns. This is like, yeah, we know all of those. Those are the who's, man. These are the guys, the guys, right? Legendary guys, man. Future gold jacket guys as well, more importantly, man. But when I think Joey Porter, man, Joey Porter Sr., man, got to start with him, man. Obviously, man, that's the 5'5", man. That's the dude, pass rusher, man, a cat that even back in my day in high school, right? Two dudes that I remember doing their celebrations, man, getting into college. Two dudes I remember, hey, man, I didn't do them in game because you get in trouble. But when we out, man, we doing these celebrations, man, it was lights out. Gotta hit the light switch. And that day going Joey Porter, that peasy, that kick. Oh, distinctly remember, yeah. And then hit with the kick at the end of it, man. Why? Because, man, that's 5'5". That's Joey Porter. That's lights out, man. To me, those were the guys that I put on pedestals, man, as pass rushers, man, growing up. Those are the dudes that, man, I wanted my game to be like. I'm like, yo, if you're Joey Porter, man, you are a animal. Not only are you killing folk on the field, but, man, you'll punch a dude in the face. You'll whoop tail off the field as well. I absolutely loved that about those dudes specifically, man. Like I said, man, knowing Peasy, man, also, man, getting a chance to go from being the fan of his game to then make it to the NFL and, you know, being here. And it's like, yo, man, I'm still like, yo, that's Joey Porter. Like, yo, it's Peasy, that's 5'5". You know what I mean? By then, it's Miami and Arizona. But I'm like, yo, that's still 55. And then to get the opportunity to come here and him be my coach, right? Obviously, Joey Porter, man, my first year in 2014, he was the assistant linebacker. I don't think he was even called the assistant linebacker coach. I think it was like almost like a GA type thing, man. But he was working with Keith Butler. He would, like, Butts was the linebackers coach for inside and outside, but it was Joey Porter and Jerry Ozlowski as our like assistant linebacker coaches, man. But from then on, man, being able to build that relationship with him, man, on and off the field, man, the coaching dynamic, the friendship dynamic, heck, even the mentorship dynamic, man, because obviously, you know, he's been a parent longer than I have. You know what I mean? So talking to, you know, just picking his brain on certain things, man. I was always just a fan of that, man. And like I said, man, super just happy for him because I know, man, this is one of the dudes that y'all have heard me say on numerous occasions. Bro, why isn't he in the Hall of Honor just yet? How long we got to wait for him to get in the Hall of Honor, man? Right? Because it's 5'5". That's Peasy, man. To me, that's one of those dudes that when you're talking Steelers football, Steelers defense, man, you got to talk Peasy. He's a part of all those conversations, man. Like, that was one of those dudes, not just from an on-field production, but also personality standpoint, man. They shot me in Denver. Y'all want on? All right. Come on, man. I know y'all all remember that. Everybody remembers that. And that's why it's P, because not only do we got, you know, memorable plays, but he got quotables, man. He got quotables over here, all right? And those are the things that, to me, separated guys like Joey Porter during that time frame and even in today's NFL. And we're talking about a guy that's walking around with 98 career sacks. It's like, bro, it's not a lot of people that have that or even close to that. And that's the thing for me, man, that I'm just like, man, super excited to have, like I said, played for him for the years that I did. And just like I said, man, for the friendship and the relationship, man, even post football, man, but super happy for Joey Porter Sr. to get into the Hall of Honor. And cool little touch as well. I didn't even notice until I was listening to Peasy do his interview. And he was saying how, it was cool, full circle moment, because the day, that he was getting inducted into the Steelers Hall of Honor was also the same day that that Joey Porter Jr. was born. It was his birthday that day, right? So they were shouting him out, and he was saying how, man, going back, he's like, he remembered on that specific day as well that he was getting inducted to the Hall of Honor. He's like, you take it back to, when Joey Porter Jr. was being born. He was like, I was also in camp the exact same day, and I remember having to leave the night before, fly home to California. He's born, and then I fly back that night to come back for practice. I'm just like, yo, that is insane for that full circle moment, and for you to get inducted into the Hall of Honor on that day. That to me, man, was super awesome, man. So like I said, man, was super touching, man, super heartfelt, and was very, very excited about that, man. So like I said, man, happy for both of those dudes, man. But shout out to my dog 5'5" Peasy in the building, man. Love that for him. Next one, I got to talk about my dog, Fitty Trey, Maurkice Pouncey, man. This is a dude, obviously, man, we came out of college together. 2010, man, same draft class, man. And I just remember him and Joe Hayden. I'd be like, bro, who is these cats from Florida, bro? They are some just straight killers over here, man. And I tell Joe Hayden to this day, I was just never the iced out Florida Gators medallion. I'm like, bro, them dudes different, all right? Dudes real different. Pouncey came and tatted everyone. I'm like, yo, who is this cat? Like, what? But, man, I would never forget, man, you watch this dude play, man, and it's like, yo, how are you moving like that at that position? I had never seen a center pull and be a lead blocker before. Like, bro, what is this? Like, yo, coach, what blocking scheme is this? Like, that guy is not supposed to be here. But that's Pouncey, man. The same way we talk about Mike Webster, the same way we talk about Damani Dawson, guys revolutionizing the position, guys, doing things that are so unheard of for the position. That's Pouncey. I mean, how many times when we were watching the L Bell highlights, right? Him having these crazy plays, and who's the lead blocker out there? You're like, yo, Pouncey, what are you doing 10, 20 yards downfield right now, bro? Like, what is this? But when I tell you, man, not only did he do that in the game, that's how he practiced, man. Like, I love Pouncey. Like, that's my guy, man. Especially when you're talking about, teammate to teammate, when you're talking that practice setting, man, a dude that is going to allow you to go as hard as you want to go, and he is going to match that energy in a professional sense, though. To me, man, that is special. That's unique, especially amongst dominant players, man. From my experiences, man, the dudes that's up there, they don't want to do it all the time. They don't want to do it in practice all the time. But here in Pittsburgh, man, it was a little bit different. And specifically, Pouncey, man, he was one of those dudes that led that charge. I mean, it didn't matter what the injuries were. I mean, we've known the injuries that Pouncey specifically had to come back from. Heck, when I first met him in 2014 as a teammate, he was coming back from the leg injury. But watching him come back from the surgeries, and it's like, oh, all right, he's back now. And then watching how, man, every day he would prepare his body to get out there, man. Or then he split his thumb open in Baltimore. It's like, yo, it don't matter. Tape the thing up. He out. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. But more importantly, the thing that I really respected the most about him was his love for Seven, man. Watching how he would put his life on the line for Seven, man. Like, that's their relationship. That was that dynamic, and it showed in their preparation. It showed in how he would take the field, and it would more importantly show, man, in those games, man. How many of y'all remember that Thursday night game? I believe it was it Eric Rowe? I think that was his name. Carolina Panthers. It's been questionably late. And we see not DeCastro first, because DeCastro definitely got after it. But we see Pouncey, and it's the goon. And it's like, oh, he's about to murder this cat on the field in prime time because he made the mistake of thinking he should have touched Ben. You tripping. But that's Pouncey, man. That's Pouncey. And that's the thing that, man, when we're talking about leadership, when you're talking about the heart, you're talking about a dude that in a position that isn't even cool amongst young players, right? When you're talking about playing offensive line, no one's playing offensive line, right? No one's playing center. But it's like, yo, he made it look cool. Pouncey made that thing look fiery out, that thing Nike'd up, visored up. So you're like, bro, you swaggy for a center, bro. and really nice with it though, man. But like I said, man, ultimate teammate, man, an ultimate dude that's going to compete to the end, never out of it, and really just wore his heart on his sleeve, man. I love that passion. But one of the things that he never talks about publicly, but I'm super a fan of, and I always try to make sure I do my job, especially in this role, man, to shout him out in this, is Pouncey's philanthropic element, man. Dudes didn't know because he didn't talk about it. I mean, we obviously know, guys like Cam Hayward, guys like myself, and we got a lot of recognition for our nonprofit work, being Walter Payton Man of the Year nominees multiple times, stuff like that. But Pouncey was also in that same class, man. He's also a nominee. He's also one of them dudes, man, that was constantly having kids at these games, man, constantly providing food for these families and stuff like that in the Pittsburgh community, man, working with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, Urban Impact Foundation, and the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police, man, knowing some of the stuff that he was doing behind the scenes, man, his impact, not just monetarily, but also with his time, showing up to some of these places as well. That's one of the things that I'm always like, Pouncey, bro, you don't talk about that enough. It doesn't get talked about enough. And that is something that I think needs to be talked about a lot more because of his impact. And you still see it now with what he's doing from a youth football camp standpoint, down there in Florida. All right, shout out to them boys down there, man. Him and his brother Mike, coaching, like I said, man, they're the youth football team down there in Florida, man. But to me, man, constantly seeing the impact, not just on the field, but being able to give back, understanding it's bigger than just what we're doing on the field. To me, man, that's the big time salute to Maurkice Pouncey, all right? And before I get to the last one, I got to talk seven. But also, man, y'all let me know, man, how y'all feeling about these dudes as well, man, getting into the Hall of Honor, all right, man? I am going to, once I talk about seven real quick, I'm going to go through, read some of your comments, man, your thoughts on the big three, man, Joey Porter Sr., Maurkice Pouncey, and Big Ben Roethlisberger making it into the Steelers Hall of Honor. But like I said, man, drop that into the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about those guys as well. But of course, I got to talk about my captain, my quarterback, my guy, 7. Come on, man. 18 plus years, man, of dominance, 18 plus years of being the standard at quarterback, man. And more importantly, man, the amount of success, man, not just individually, but the team success, man. 2 Super Bowl championships, played obviously in 3 of them, 5 AFC championship appearances, obviously dragged me to 1 as well, man. Shout out to me being out there with the guys as well, man. But, like I said, man, Ben, man, ultimate competitor. And so skilled at everything. Like I said, man, I haven't seen him look bad at anything. Golf, trash can, basketball, shoot, man, flipping bottle caps, don't matter, man. He's going to be nice at it, all right? Some dudes are they just got it. And he just has it, all right? But the thing that I always loved about 7 was this, man. I always remember, man, my first time walking into to that game day locker room, man. 2014, we're playing Cleveland Browns, man. I'm walking in with Ramon Foster. And he's like, yo, bro, man, you got this smile on your face. What's up, man? I'm like, man, you don't understand what this feels like to have a quarterback where you legit got a shot. It don't matter what goes on in this game. You don't have to be perfect in this game because you know that dude over there. You know what he is capable of and what he's going to do. And you know when the lights get the brightest, when all the chips get pushed to the table, when the stakes are as high as they go be, you know he gonna show up. You know that's when he gonna go crazy. And to me, that was something that I was just so excited about because prior to 2014, I was always seeing it on the other end. I was up in Buffalo. I played against that. I played against them. It's like, I know what that clutch can do. I know when it's time, how he's gonna show up. So to actually be able to join that, man, you walk into every single game like, bro, we nice. I don't care what y'all say, because I know what I'm capable of, but dang that, I know what he's capable of. And I know how he prepares, because he's another one of those dudes. You show up to practice, you watch my man work. Oh, yeah, he the dude that is like, yo, Moats, I know you got this cover 3. I know you're supposed to be buzzing over there, and I know I should not make this throw, but guess what? My arm is better than you. My arm is better than the next guy. My arm is better than the next defender y'all gonna put over there. You be like, bro, are you really talking like that? Like, you nice, but you nice like that? And then you see that ball where you like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's different. And you do it again to the next. You like, bro, what the what? And all of us just going after it. You just like, yo, that's 7, man. That's 7. Ice cold killer on that field, man. Ice cold killer. And I love it about him, man. Love that about him. The other thing I would say is this, though, man. Shoot, being a part of that Killer B era and being able to have some of the best seats in the house, to some of his most electric performances. Who remembers the back-to-back? I think it was it Texans, Colts? I think it was Texans and Colts, back-to-back 500-yard games prime time. We had the Bumblebees on the one time. Yeah, come on, man. We look at something like, bro, that dude's different. Can we talk no-fly zone? That no-fly zone, he was over there letting it fly on them boys, man. What? Come on, man. Some of our best memories, some of our best moments. Watching that dude cook, kill. I mean, shoot. Yeah, I always hear me talk about one of my favorite Steeler team memories was when we won the division, man. Primetime 2016, if I remember correctly, color rush jerseys, immaculate extension, right? Antonio Brown stretching over the goal line with Eric Weddle on him, and I forgot the other bum that was trying to tackle him, right? But you look at that drive, you look at 7-7 as a surgeon. 7, top. Man, I love that. And like I said, man, to be out there competing with those dudes, man, being out there, being a part of that charge, being a part of that group, that unit, man, it's like you never forget those moments. But more importantly, you never forget the leader of it. 7 was our team captain the whole time we were here. Every single year, it's like, man, we ain't even, who's the leader? We don't question who the leader is. We know that's 7. And then on the other side was Cam. You feel me? So the clarity was there, man. And those are the things to me that I absolutely loved about being here. But that started up front. That started with a guy like 7. If you don't have that, you see what the team looks like, man. Post Ben Roethlisberger, right? Regardless of talent, right? Because I get it, man. At the end of it, yeah, you start to lose some of the athleticism. You start to decline a little bit skill wise. Sure. But in terms of what that stability meant to the organization, what that meant to the office, what that meant to the team, you can see we're still trying to find that again. Hopefully Rodgers can give you a version of it. It still won't be the same because 7 did it for 18 years here. He was homegrown here, drafted here, 2-time Super Bowl champion here, man. Holding pretty much any and all records you can think of for the quarterback position here in Pittsburgh. NFL all-time dude as well. That's the part that is like, man, we don't get into, you dudes take dudes for granted and things like that. But it's just like, man, no, I don't think anyone in Pittsburgh took 7 for granted. I just think that you got to appreciate it. And even when that time does pass, it's like, man, this is what made him so special. And that's why he stands out so much more than everybody else. Because like, yo, what that dude was doing, that's not normal. When we talk about the 1%ers and then the 1%ers amongst the 1%ers, he's the 1%er amongst the 1%er. He's the one that stands out more than everybody else. When you walk in, he's like, yeah, we all played in the NFL. Yeah, we all made a ton of money. Yeah, we all had a lot of success. But then there's the other level of it. Then there's 7. You're like, bro. Yeah. Whenever I need to feel like, man, I just need to reach up. I just go look at 7. Be like, you know what? I was joking with my wife about that the other day. I say, yeah, I love the fact I got a couple of my rich friends, man. I be like, I need to look at 7 on occasion, Pouncey on occasion, Joe Hayden on occasion. I be like, yo, I appreciate y'all, bro, because y'all just so motivational, man. Like, look at these dudes be winning at life, man. But that's 7 though. That's 7, and that's the big reason why. Except, man, he's so reverent the way that he is, not just in black and gold history, but also in Steelers history. I mean, not just Steelers history, but also NFL history, man. These are dudes we're talking about, man, being, to me, 7's future first ballot Hall of Famer. We're not even debating that. That's 7. We talk Pouncey. That's a Hall of Famer. To me, I think he should also be a first ballot type of dude, man. When you look at centers, you look at guys specifically on NFL all-decade teams, he is on that 2010s all-decade team. You're not going to name a center that was nicer than him during that time frame. I'm not going for it, man. It was Pouncey. So when you throw those dudes in there, man, it's like, yeah, this to me is the first step. You want to get in that Hall of Honor first, so that way when it's you're inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, they'll say, Steelers Hall of Honor member Ben Roethlisberger now into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Steelers Hall of Honor member Maurkice Pouncey now inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I still need my dog. I still need 5-5, all right? One day down the line, when they say Steelers Hall of Honor member Joey Porter also into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's what I need, baby, all right? But shout out to all 3 of those dudes, man. Like I said, man, stupid hype, super happy for all three of those dudes, man. Like I said, man, personal relationships with all of them, man. Spent 4 years, like I said, playing with, in terms of Ben, Pouncey, teammates. Peasy was my coach during my whole 4 years here, man. And then obviously, man, coming into the league with Pouncey, playing against Seven multiple times, man. Like I said, man, just the ultimate respect for those dudes as competitors. And for them, like I said, to finally get this recognition, man, big time. Wish I had a hat on. Tip the cap to them, man. All right. Shout out to them dudes, man. But let me see how y'all feeling about the big three, though, man. Like I said, man, drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button as well, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But let me know how y'all guys feel about the big three, man. Maurkice, Pouncey, Joey Porter Sr., and Ben Roethlisberger making it into the Steelers Hall of Honor, man. I'm going to get y'all thoughts, because y'all also, I mean, I was talking about it from the player's perspective, sharing the locker room with these dudes, traveling with these dudes, competing against these dudes in practice, competing with these dudes, competing against these dudes in games, and competing with these dudes in games. I mean, that was kind of how how my perspective on it was, man. But like I said, man, definitely let me know your guys' perspective on it, because y'all was watching it as well, man. So shout out to y'all. Alrighty. Now, Hannibal says, Pouncey and Ben going in together makes all the sense in the world. And I would agree, man. When I tell you their relationship, their dynamic, super brother, man, super brotherhood, man. I had never seen a center quarterback dynamic like that in my life, because I had never been around quarterback that was as good as Ben for as long as Ben, nor having a center as good and as long as well, man. Because like I said, collegially, man, I had 3 different quarterbacks my 4 years there. Even professionally, man, you know what the quarterbacks was dealing with in Buffalo, from the Trent Edwards, the Ryan Fitzpatricks of the world, the EJ Manuels, the Jeff Tools, the Thad Lewises. Yeah, you know, it was a long list of quarterbacks I played with up in Buffalo, man. Did have my center up there, though. Shout out to Eric Wood, though, right? But so then, you know, as I said, man, I come to Pittsburgh, and it's like, to have that type of clarity, to have that type of stability, to have that type of just security at the position, it felt great. And like you say, man, seeing both of those dudes, man, how they loved each other and how they were going to do whatever it took to make sure both of those dudes were successful. Man, I remember seeing these dudes dang near in tears behind losing. Like, yo, man, I let you down type stuff, man. Like, I love you that much, man. Like, I'm supposed to make sure that we always find a way to get up out of here, because you're doing whatever it takes to protect me. I loved that. Like, almost on some like Mike Lowry and Martin, you know, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, you know what I'm saying, bad boys type thing. Like, that was their dynamic, man. Watching them, like, yo, y'all are crazy, y'all are killers, y'all are ultra competitive, but both of y'all like love each other genuinely, man. And it was beautiful to see, man. Beautiful to see. Hannibal also says Joey Porter Sr. Definitely getting in is a good look. And I would agree on that, man. Like I said, man, I felt it was long overdue. I'm like, bro, how you got a Hall of Honor and you got multiple classes? My dog 5'5" ain't in yet. I was ready to about to go post him in front of the Steelers practice facility. Peasy belongs in the Hall of Honor. just every day. Peasy belongs in the Hall of Honor, all right? So it was good, though, for my dog to finally get in that thing, man. Love that. Let's get it. All right. Let's see. Well, I'm liking these memories, man. I'm liking how we going down memory lane a little bit, man. Like I said, man, these are the dudes, though, man. Ooh, so great question from Pittsburgh Tidy 86. He says, what was Peasy like as a coach? Now, shout out to Peasy as a coach, man. Peasy as a coach, he was funny, man. I loved him as a coach, man. I say I have 2 different experiences of him as a coach, too, and I think that was the unique part for me being a part of his journey here. When I first got here, like I said, he was a coach's assistant, a GA. He wasn't even a true, like, titled position coach just yet. So we're watching him have to do the grunt work. And what I mean is, he's the guy drawing up the note cards for the practice squad guys. Like, at that level, that's what we say, like, coaching wise, like the bottom of the totem pole. When you're doing all right, circle these up, draw these lines here. All right, Like, that's, hey, you deliver the DVDs to everybody, you let us know what tape we about to watch. Like, that was his work. He was delivering the paperwork, or we'll go on the roads or on the road, and it's like, yo, you're the guy that has to remember all the hand signals. You're doing all that type of stuff. Like, but to see a dude, like I said, man, 98 career sacks, a dude that, to me, I looked at as one of my favorite pass rushers of all time, being here, and he's willing to humble himself and take that role, and not just take that role, enjoy that role. I mean, shoot, he was the one who, when I saw this, I was like, it was genius. So he would take over the scout team and would inspire those dudes, motivate them, because typically scout team guys, from my experience, man, they would be out there kind of more so going through the motions, or trying not to get in trouble, trying not to make a mistake. Whereas Peasy, he would get him out there and it's like, bro, you're here to compete. You're not here to just take up space. If you make a play against Ben Roethlisberger, if you can make a play against Antonio Brown, what do you think that says about you? What do you think the upstairs management is going to say about you? So he would incentivize it. And, man, I remember, man, we'd be taking it, man. I didn't even have to, but, because I'm trying to get the extra reps, I'd go there and get some reps with him, because I want to go against the ones too. But it was like, man, to just hear how he would take the dudes out, man, go get something, take it to steakhouse, man. I'm treat you out. I'm going to do something for you, man. Like, and see how those dudes respond. Like, I love that. And then for him to be my actual position coach. And at that stage of my career, it was perfect, because by then, man, I'm third contract by then, year 6, 7, I'm so I know what I'm doing and everything like that. So, like, just having that professional dynamic where, because we're only like 10 years apart in age, it's like him allowing me that freedom to not feel like he has to be on me all the time, because he knows I'm a professional. Hey, man, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be prepared to go. I'm going to have all my stuff studied. I'm going to be able to tell you everything. I can coach this defense as if you were coaching this defense, because that's the type of player that I am. And for him to have that same level of respect for me, for my preparation, but also even understanding me as a player. Like, yo, Moats, man, I know what you do. I've watched you before. I've seen your tape, man. I've played when you were in the games before. Like, I know. That part was so refreshing and really instilled a lot of confidence in me, because I'm like, man, when one of your all-time favorites are telling you, yo, you doing something right, and then you playing opposite one of your all-time favorites in James Harris, and he's looking at you, he's like, yo, you doing something right, man, the level of confidence that you walk around with when you step on that field, I'm like, bro, I don't care who I'm playing against, bro. You know who my coach is? You know who I compete against? You know who my running mate is? Like, come on, bro. We feel great. Like, yeah. So I love that about Peasy. And X Concepts, he asked me, man, Moats, is Peasy, why you picked 55? No and yes. So to be fully transparent, I never wanted to wear number 55 my whole life up until coming to Pittsburgh. I had wore 2 uniforms. 21 because of Deion Sanders. When I was in rec ball, I was playing running back, I was on offense. Then when I got to high school, I only wanted to play defense. It was like, yeah, I don't want to get hit, man. I want to hit people. So I wore 52. And I always wore 52, all right? It's the only reason. It's the only thing I knew when to wear. 52. Wore it all in Buffalo. I get to Pittsburgh, and they're like, obviously you don't give out 52. And I figured out why. Shout out to Webster. So after that, they're like, yeah, we got a couple of numbers that are available for you. Specifically 2 numbers. Okay? Now, this is 2014. I'm about to sign here. 56 is available and 55. Yeah, I know who 56 was in 2013, who 56 was, right? In 2012, 56 was. And in 2011, 56 was, right? It's Lamar freaking Woodley, man. I'm like, yo, this is like hot, fresh, like, yo, you just did the double digits on double digits, you and Debo. You just doing the kick the door with the Jordans on, man. Like, bro, I'm not trying to walk in and just put that one on. That's steaming, scorching hot right now. But that 5.5 is legendary. That 5.5, that's P. That, like, everybody know that. But that's like, man. I think it was Sylvester Stevenson. He was in 55 that season before, and I'm like, you know what? A little bit chiller, not as loud. I'm gonna go 5.5. But I did call Peasy first, and I asked him, I was like, yo, P, is it cool? Like, cause I know this is you. This your number, man. You one of them dudes, man. Like, if you don't want nobody rocking that, man, I'm gonna stay away from it. He was like, nah, man, like, let's go, man. We gotta keep it going. We gotta keep the legacy alive. He was like, if you put it on it, we gotta make it better. We gotta keep elevating it. So, that was kind of the mindset, man. But that was why I ultimately went to 55. And then I fell in love with the number. And now I'm like 55 everything. I'm like, oh yeah, Big Daddy 55. Oh, husband 55. yeah, Moats 55. It's always 55 now. Whereas I'm like, yo, I used to be just Dubai 52 all the time. It's 52, Dubai 52, 52. So it was pretty cool though, man. But yeah, man, but that was the mindset for the 5-5, man. That was ultimately why I ended up with that number. But yeah, Peasy, man, was very, very much a part of that decision, man. And like I said, man, just super appreciative of him, man. Like I said, big fan of him. Big fan of P. Oh, and for sure, Hannibal, man, he says I got to get PZ on the show. I got to get him back on the show, man. Obviously, we did the interview with him, and we were live at the stadium last season. That was a blast, man, getting a chance to finally sit down and just talk with him, man. And yeah, man, I definitely plan on spinning the block with him, man, and getting him on. Like I said, man, a couple of these dudes, man, it's always that back and forth with me of, all right, do I want to take what we personally have and put that on the camera? Or is it like, man, I just keep that behind, just for us. You see that at times when Ryan Shazier was over here, man, same dynamic. Vince Williams, same dynamic. It's like, he's like my guy. So I'm always like torn between just, taking it to that side of it and putting the camera on versus like, man, when we just are together and just talking, just vibing, it's us. So like I said, man, that's kind of why I'm always torn with it, man. But such is life, man. This is a part of the profession, man. So you know how it is, man. But like I said, man, those are my dudes though, man. Big time happy for all three of those dudes, man. And it looks like a lot of y'all are excited about them as well, man. And like I said, that is for sure what I love to see, man. Let me see with everybody else. And Mike Hood also says all three are deserving of the Hall of Fame. Yes, like I said, man, that's how I feel, man. Like 7 for sure, first ballot. Pouncey, to me, he should be. I don't think they're going to first ballot just because of how crowded he gets and he doesn't play the sexiest position. But to me, that's a Hall of Famer as well. He should definitely get in there and it shouldn't have to be a crazy long wait. And then with P, I feel like with Peasy, I feel like he has the best chance when we're talking the Debos and the Hines Wards of the world. Like I think he's in that same convo with them. And I think all three bring very unique arguments to why they should get in. And I think that all three at some point down the line will be it. But I just think it's going to be a little bit of a wait because it's like Peasy having the 98 career sacks. NFL wise, man, 100 sacks or higher. That's you in the Pro Bowl. I mean, you're in the Hall of Fame. Like that's kind of how you view that 100 sack ledger. Like, and that's why TJ doing it as fast as he did it, it blew everybody. I was like, wow, this is insane. But then when you throw in Debo's postseason run, right? The Depoy, the greatest defensive play in Super Bowl history, 2-time Super Bowl champ as well, one of the most feared defenders during his time frame as well. These are all the things to me that makes Debo's case for being in the Hall of Fame very, very strong. The knock on him is going to be he is less than, like I said, 97. I want to say he was at 86 career sacks in that range. So that's kind of the knock there, right? But I'm like, yo, that still is a heck of a resume. And the same with Hines Ward, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, one of the most feared blocking receivers in the game. They changed the rules for how you can block defenders outside in because of Hines Ward. You're talking impact. You're talking statistics. You're talking being the all-time career leader in receptions and in yardage and in touchdown catches and in all these other accolades on the same franchise that had Antonio Brown here as well. AB didn't get all them records that Hines has. He was on pace. If he would have stayed for like another year or two, he for sure would have had them. But he didn't. Hines still holds all those records, man. So that's the part where I look at Hines and I'm like, yeah, he for sure is in that conversation. Is for sure is going to be heavily a part of it down the line. The knock they're going to continue to bring up, more importantly, is how a lot of his success is postseason wise, very similar to what they talk about with Julian Edelman. And because not every player gets the opportunity to make it to the postseason, it's like voters are weird about how they will use it in some people's favor and then they will like disregard it for others. It's really weird with that, man. But when I look at Hines, I'm like, man, he is a guy that is going to continue to be in that conversation, is going to continue to get an opportunity down the line, man, to be one of those Hall of Fame gold jacket type guys, man, in terms of football immortality, because all of those dudes, man, impacted it on that level, man. So absolutely. All right. And yeah, Mike, it is almost time to start hitting, man. Like I said, it's 117. We got about 30 more minutes till it's a boom going on out there, baby. You know, I can't wait, baby. All right. And let me spin the block on the homie TG, man. Like I said, he in that work life right now, man. Him in the heart of training camp right now, man. Like I said, they trying to win a championship down there at Norfolk State, man. Him and Coach Mike Vick doing their thing in the 757, man. Like I said, we trying to work with my dog, man, but I understand how it gets, man. Definitely understand how it gets at times, man. But yeah, Mike, there is nothing like those pads popping, man. Absolutely love a little bit of that thigh-yow. Little thigh-yow. Like I said, man, Clyde, what chance of that thigh-yow? Need it in your life, man. So like I said, man, we will see him, give him a couple minutes before I tap into the next thing. Oh, and shout out to Robert Martin. He says, man, obviously from the 757 Williamsburg in the house. He says him and his wife are at camp today. Man, let's go. He says that I was going to be here. I thought I might be here. No, man. Hey, look, I was talking about it, me and wifey, man, but next week is more than likely when we're going to go out there, man. We haven't officially locked in, but it's going to be, like I said, one of those like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday type days, man. All right, just give you the heads up. Usually I don't even give you the heads up, but all right, but I'm throwing the heads up out there. All right, it's gonna be one of them days, man, more than likely. Yeah, man, we're in that busy stage / kind of not busy stage where it's like, all right, we're kind of on the back end of summer. We got school about to start in a month. You know, baby girl about to be moving into college in a month. She's already in her college class right now, taking a little summer class. So shout out to her, overachiever, right? But then it's like, man, my middle girl, man, she's in the heart of basketball right now. Hence the reason why I got the Paige Beckers, you know, Dallas Wings jersey on, all right? Because, yeah, every night I feel like twice a week, man, I'm in somebody's basketball gym cheering on my little baby. Oh, let's go, girl. Down my girl. Or I'm out here, you know, with these football camps or trying to act like I play baseball with my little guy. Yeah, shout out to the little guy. Or act like I play golf. Shout out to that, right? But, yeah, so we got a lot of that going on right now. So we was going to try to get out there this week, but it was like, you know what? Next week is probably going to look the best. Next week's the best. But, yeah, we got to get out there, though, man. Because to me, it's like, it's such a love-hate relationship with training camp. Like, I love football so much. So, like, I want to be out there every single day and seeing the dudes hitting and being around the energy. Coach, obviously, like, I love football. I'm a junkie for it. But then the other side is, like, the PTSD of, man, I spent a lot of time out there doing my playing days. And then just through 9 years of playing professionally, training camp, it brings anxiety, man, because you're not just going to have fun when you're a player. That's usually where it's like, man, now that everybody doesn't get to go to training camp, and more importantly, everybody doesn't get to leave training camp. All right. Some dudes gonna go and they don't get to make it back. They get cut while they out there, man. Or they get gone while they out there, man. So it was like, man, you know, when you going out there, you better have your mind locked in. I treat that thing like I'm the Highlander. All right. Like I'm Duncan McLeod, baby. I'm coming back. All right? I promise you I'm going to be out of here. All right. Like that was the mindset. So for me, it's really hard to not have that mindset when I even start making that drive out there. All right. I start passing them signs. Oh, all right. Irwin. Oh, all right. Latrobe. Oh, all right. Dino's. God dang it. Oh, Sharkies went too far. Got to back it on up. All right. Now it's time to go hit something. Like, my mind, I just start getting there, man. I'm feeling worked up right now, man. All right. But that's, you know, that's how it goes sometimes, man. That's how it is. So yeah, man. But I will be out there, man, at some point next week, man. And it's also cool for my little guy, man. And that's one of the cool things, man, of, you know, the hard work that you put on the front end and now on the back end, being able to have the fruits of the labor, so to speak, man, being able to take little guy over there, man, and see some of these dudes that he idolizes, some of the guys that, you know, he has their trading cards or he owns their jerseys. And hopefully we don't have any more jerseys that are going to get, you know, be viewed as old or obsolete or throwback within a year. Okay. Hopefully on that one. Okay. Fingers crossed. We haven't had the best luck, but fingers crossed. Okay. But those are the things that I think of, though. It's like, man, it's super cool, man, when I get to see him out there, man, in these training camp situations or even in the OTA practices, man, and watching him talk to the dudes, watch the dudes, how they practice, how they're so exact every single time. because obviously as a young athlete, he's a guy that's aspiring to be, a guy. And it's like, man, you obviously train him up, you teaching him, and he's super open to my coaching. But it's like, man, it's always refreshing to see, hey, you could point to the professionals like, hey, you see DK Metcalf over there? Look at how he runs his route. Look at how he changes levels right here. You see Joey Porter Jr. right here? Look at how he sees his hands home every time he's rerouting. And watch how he gets in that back pocket when he wants to undercut something, right? Like, these are all the little things, man, that are super cool, man, that you get to see being out there at training camp. So like I said, man, that's definitely why we got to do it, man. Oh, and X Concepts, man, shout out to you, man, for asking about what my little guy thinks about the new throwback jerseys. He loves them. He loves them. Wifey hates them. She was not feeling them. She was like, yo, what is this? Little guy loves them because he's like me. He's like, yo, I want it to look stank, old, nasty, abomination. Like, that's what I want to see. He loved it. Tell you, we copped the JPJ jersey, man. So you got the Joey Porter Jr. jersey because I said, yo, I need the father-son dynamic, all right? Big 5'5", little 2'4". All right, I'm Big Dad. You little G Money. All right, let's get it going, all right? So that's the vibe, man. But, fingers crossed, man, that jersey's going to last for a while, all right? But I like the boldness of it. I like the in-your-face element, and I like the gold part of the jersey. I mean, because that's something that, for me, I kind of like loud colors. The black, like I love black. I'm always mix of like super introvert Bill Belichick hoodie on, don't even appear or look over here, or I'm looking, like the rainbow. I got orange on. I'm gonna have some yellow on. Give me some purple, some green. Like I'm yeah, baby. I look like it. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm always torn between those things. So I do like the fact that we get that brightness on the alternate, on the throwback jersey, man. So I said, man, shout out to the 1933 throwback uniforms, man. All right. And y'all gotta let me know, man, have y'all purchased a throwback yet? The 1933 throwbacks? And if so, which one did you purchase, or which one are you potentially eyeing up, man? You got the Cam Haywards out there, DK Metcalf out there, the TJ Watts. We obviously know Highsmith was the model in it. Him and Pat Fry. We're going to add that to their resumes now, right? Not only do y'all rush the passer and catch passes, but y'all also both models, all right? So shout out to the modeling element, all right? But yeah, man, let me know in the comment section, man, who's 1933 throwback jersey y'all think I'm out getting potentially. Ooh, Michael G. He says, I'm straight color rush, baby. I love that color rush, man. You really cannot go wrong with the color rush. One of my favorite jerseys, man. Hannibal says, might as well get a Rodgers. Oh, I mean, I see it. I see the vision. And then just it's throwback. It'd be a throwback. And I could dig that. Hopefully, in this year, though, he does what he's supposed to do, and we can make this an ultra memorable year. If you catch what I'm saying. Ultra memorable year where confetti rains on us. Then everybody will never forget that particular jersey, 1933 style, with the Rodgers on the back, all right? So I'm digging that. I am definitely digging that. Tom J said Aaron in the 33s are a one Tom thing, man. Yeah, that's always kind of like, yeah, you guys just, gotta be good, unless you got a mindset for it, right? Oh, and Mike Hood does. He says, well, could be a Rod's last ride jersey. Why not? Now, in that sense, yes. And I will say, my brother-in-law, as I told y'all numerous times, man, diehard Aaron Rodgers fan. Right? Now, he loves Packers, man. Like, that's his name, man. Cheesehead dude to the death of him, right? But he's already like, yo, I gotta go copy that. I gotta give me a Steelers one, bro. Steelers Rodgers, like, you in Pittsburgh, him. Oh, I gotta do it. I'm like, yes, you gotta do it. So I'm trying to push the 1933 throwback on him. I'm like, yo, you might as well get the Rodgers version of it. All right? It's Aaron. Like, literally, it's still crazy that he's actually here in Pittsburgh. Has any of y'all woke up and just felt like, hey, yo, he's really our quarterback? This is kind of crazy. Like, it's still, when I look at the videos and seeing him walking out to practice with his 8 on, I'm like, bro, we really got Aaron Rodgers and Latro walking the hill of death? Like, what? With all the fans? This is really out here? Like, this is craziness, man. Craziness. Now, Tom J said that could be a rare jersey in the future as well. I mean, you think about it, right? If you can find like a Brett Favre New York Jets jersey, right? Or if you have a Joe Montana Kansas City Chiefs jersey, like any of those one-offs, a Phillip Rivers Indianapolis Colts jersey, like all them like weirdly unique stank, just like, oh, you play there? Oh, that was that last one on your Pro Football Reference. That was the one. Like yeah. Like I can see a little bit of what you're doing. I mean, that's how I feel about my Vic jersey. I got a Mike Vick Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. Love it because it's like that folk like, yo, everybody knows 7, but you got that 7 in Pittsburgh though. Not that 7 in Philly, not that 7 in Atlanta. Everybody got the Atlanta one, but you got that Pittsburgh one. I got that Pittsburgh one. It just hit a little different, man. So I can dig it. Ooh, the Jalen Ramsey. Ooh, Ramsey would be fire. And Ramsey should be here for more than 1 year too. And I think that's the other part, right? If I've been scarred a little bit, okay, because of our past couple of jerseys. Yeah, I have to be a little bit more calculated now. Okay, I'm like, yo, which jersey are we going? Which one we breaking out? Because yeah, you can't be wearing the old ones, man. They kids these days, man. They be like, hey. So you like that team now, huh? You know I got his play anymore, right? He's like, all right, I got you, man. I got you. And then my son, he ain't gonna let me live. Hey, Dad. You see, we got the new one, Dad. And we need the new one, Dad. So I get it. But let's go. Tom J said, man, Aaron might be here for 2 years. Hey, look, man, he do what he's supposed to do this year. We will see. All right, we will see. But nonetheless, man, I'm not holding my breath on it. Just give me the 1 year. All right, just give me this year and let's ride. All right, let's ride with this year. But let's see, man. I was trying to see if my dog was going to make it. We are not looking good for my dog right now. But all good. Like I said, man, we've been cutting up today, man, having an absolute blast out here, man, because the guys will be getting ready to take the field in a few. So I like it. Well, I guess the last thing that just briefly talk about, more so just housekeeping, man. Amongst Steelers Nation, man, we did have some more roster movement taking place. Obviously, a lot of you guys have already brought up Chuck Clark signing. We talked about that on Friday, I believe it was, when he officially signed. Me and Tanisha were doing our joint live stream. If y'all haven't checked that out from the Really Flawed Football YouTube channel, make sure you check out our last and most recent dual live stream that we did on Friday, because we did talk about Chuck Clark. And I want to say the clip is cut up as well, man. So shout out to y'all for engaging with that content also, man. But yeah, man, we released a couple of guys and signed a couple of guys over the weekend, man. Obviously, I put the reaction video up of Cordell Patterson because he was the one who tweeted it out. Man, I got fired, my day off, I'm washed, and all these other things, right? He took a little bit more of a joking tone with it. And hey, man, for dudes that have to go through that experience, man, yeah, just wish them nothing but the best, man, mentally, because it's not easy to be told that you're not wanted or that we are going to go in a different direction. So, for those dudes to have to experience that, man, I can only imagine what that may or may not have felt like for them. But Cordell Patterson, obviously, we know that was RB3 / return man last year. And yeah, we'll be, moving in a different direction this go around. But we also had a couple of other housekeeping or transactions, man. Outside linebacker Jeremiah Moon, right? Jeremiah Moon came on last year with us. Actually, past 2 years with us now, man. Now that I think about it, but actually played last year, man. Got some opportunities, made some plays too on defense, man. At outside linebacker position, he also got released, and then the wide receiver, who was a rookie that we had signed as an undrafted guy, Montana Lamonius Craig, was also released over the weekend as well, man. And then just 3 dudes that we subsequently signed in coordination with those moves. D-tackle Dominique Davis, tight end Kevin Folsk, I think that's how you say it, and then running back Lou Nichols, all right? So with all 3 of those dudes, I'm going to go obviously cut the tape on, man, get some research on them, and we will see, man, if any of those dudes make some type of noise, man, when we get to training camp, especially not their, pads popping and stuff like that. Because what I will say is this, man, for every, couple of guys that do get signed where we're like, who are these guys, or they may not, jump off the screen in our mind, I always, go back to that story of LJ Fort. LJ Fort signed him literally our last week of training camp. And it's like, man, nobody knows him. He had kind of bounced around a little bit. Gets in, makes a play in one of the preseason games. In fact, the last preseason game, he has a sack. From there, it gives him opportunity to be on our practice squad. From the practice squad, now in the following year, he's doing the practice squad / active roster, up and down, song and dance. one thing leads to another. Now he's a third down linebacker, gets a chance to go to Baltimore, gets a nice contract out there, and puts together a heck of a career, man, where he not only made plays on field, but also was able to, financially get taken care of also, man. So, guys like Dominique Davis, guys like Kevin Folsk, hopefully I'm not butchering it, and Lou Nichols, I mean, you never know. You never know, man. So we will see how those guys respond. All you need is opportunity. That's what I always say, man. We're not looking for handouts, right? Nobody's going to come up here and just give you a job, going to give you this position because it's worth too much. It matters too much to too many people. But there's nothing that says you can't take it. And the best way to take it is go out there and, put them pads on somebody, start making plays, and make it where it's undeniable. Make it where these coaches, these fans, they have to talk about you. They have to respect what you're doing on that field, man. So, like I said, man, shout out to those young guys, man. But hopefully things will work out, better for all those parties, man, that were included in the transactional movements that were taking place. But just like my man Michael G said, make sure I get them likes up, baby. Don't forget to hit that like button one in time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby.